Broccoli goes on, and I'll finish with a couple of lemon slices in case there isn't enough lemon. Ciao and welcome to my Sicilian kitchen. In today's video I will be crafting a special Valentine's Day dish. It's going to be called Involtini di maiale, which stands for rolled pork. It's going to be in the shape of hearts, of course, and it's going to be complemented by some lemon parmesan and baby potatoes. Also I will be doing a little bit of a crispy red onion and some al dente floret of broccoli. This recipe brings together the rich flavors of Sicily with a touch of elegance, which is perfect for a romantic dinner. This is a joint of lean pork fillet, and I'm slicing it in about 1 to 2 centimeter pieces. If you fancy your involtini to be slightly bigger, you can also use loin pork. Using a meat masher, or you can use a meat mallet, I'm thinning each steak so that they become approximately 1/2 centimeter in thickness, just like this. Some of the other bits are too small to roll, so I'm chopping them in little pieces and I'll use some of these for filling as well. And I moved on to the filling, so I'll start with some dry breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese. These are raisins and they are widely used in Sicily for fillings when dishes like this are made. And likewise, often where there are raisins there are also pine nuts, so I will add the same quantity in pine nuts. Nice large clove of garlic, and I'll crush this one today. A generous handful of parsley. This is very important and critical in this dish. A good pinch of salt. Pepper will go in as well. And enough olive oil to ensure that the mixture holds well together. Something like this. As an indication, you will know that you've got enough olive oil because your breadcrumbs will change from white to this beautiful caramel gold color. And I moved on to the preparation of the involtini, and literally I am covering all of my meat with my lovely mix. And I'm making something which looks more like a sausage at the moment, but I get my meat lengthwise and I'll go to the edge and I'll start rolling it, but I'll push with my fingers like this to ensure that I don't lose any of my filling, and I'll just roll it and until I get to the end, and I'll stop like this. Time to live to the occasion and make some heart-shaped involtini. So I will get hold of one and I'll show you what I do. Get hold of the ends and just bend them together and go like this in the inside, and you got a heart shape. And to ensure it remains in shape, I'll just put the toothpick across it like this. Dead easy. I'll put the rest together and then we can put them in the oven. I've managed to make 9, so olive oil on some baking paper in an oven tray. Quick brush to ensure that it's equally distributed. And my little involtini can go in. Some of the mixture which was left over, I'm adding it on top of each involtino like this, followed by a drizzle of olive oil on top of each involtino. You will recall the bits of meat which I chopped earlier. I will add the rest of my mix, followed by a little olive oil, a little rosemary to enhance its flavor. Let's mix it together. Olive oil on a little baking tray with some paper. Meat goes in, and I'll press it down, and using my fingers I'll start making the shape of a heart. Something like this. It looks like it might have been taking me longer to make the shape of a heart than making the involtini themselves. And I'm sprinkling a little Parmesan cheese on top so that when it melts it will help the heart bind together. Followed by a sprinkle of breadcrumbs for color but also crunchiness. So my meat is ready to go in the oven, but before I do that I want to deal with the potatoes so that I can make better use of energy. These are baby new potatoes and the reason why I am picking them up with this spoon is because I want to keep the water, as I will be using this to cook my broccoli later. And I've cooked them 2/3 of the way, and the reason why is because they will be cooking the same time as the meat, and so when the meat is finished they'll be finished as well. So the internal of the potato will finish cooking and the external will become lovely and crispy. I've just added some rosemary, quantities to taste. This is lemon zest. I will be putting about 1/2 lemon.
Oh my gosh, it's so lovely, the smell.
Second clove of garlic, again I'll crush this one and it goes in. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, pepper, amount to taste, followed by olive oil, enough to ensure that they cook properly. Quick mix with a spoon or fork, whatever you might have available. Third oven tray, lined up with paper again, and I'll put my potatoes inside it.
Oh, I've taught you well, haven't I?
Don't forget to just go and get the rest of the oil and pour it in. Whenever I cook potatoes, by the way, if I can, I always turn them this way down and then I'll know when I go and give them a toss halfway through, wow, that they've all had a turn. So they're ready to go in the oven, and they will go alongside the meat. The temperature of the oven is 180 degrees. Mine is fan assisted. If you've got a normal conventional oven, 190. They will be going in for 25 minutes. The most important thing, of course, is that the pork will cook. But the pork was cut very thinly anyway, so it will be no problem at all. In the meantime, I'll do some of the prep for the other dishes. I will remove 4 florets from a head of broccoli, and I'm chopping them further into smaller florets like this, effectively. I'm taking 3 pieces from each piece I've removed earlier. I mentioned I was going to use the potato water. I'll add a little salt. I'll put them in and I will blanch them for about 3 to 4 minutes. I want them to be nice and crunchy, so do not overcook them. So literally no more than 4 minutes and I've drained them and they're ready.
Is that for me?
No, it's for that. And this is very simple. The broccoli is already salted, so a little olive oil on top first. Same lemon as before, so that we don't waste anything, and I'll squeeze some on top. Little shake so that the oil and the lemon are properly absorbed, and I'll leave them on one side and they will marinate ready for later. And to make the dish a little bit more vibrant, I will also do some tomatoes. Head facing down like this, and with a knife just go until you reach about half a centimeter from the base. Leave a half a centimeter gap and do it again and again until you have finished the entire surface of the tomato. It's 2 of us eating, it's Valentine's, so 2 tomatoes, so I'll do the same with the second one. I'm going to sprinkle a little oregano on top of my tomatoes. This is fresh mozzarella, so I'm going to slice it like this first, and I'll do myself 8 little slices for the tomatoes. Likewise, here goes some lovely fresh basil, and I'll aim for 8 pieces as well. Mozzarella, followed by basil, mozzarella, basil, mozzarella,
Basil.
This is a very, very Mediterranean little trick. I think there is enough salt everywhere else, but I put a little pepper in here, and I put a little drizzle of olive oil, and this is ready for later as well. 15 minutes on, and the potatoes can be turned around. And this is what I meant. As I have got them all upside down, I can now turn them around knowing that they will all cook evenly. They can go back in the oven a further 10 minutes and we will be ready. Don't forget your red onion. Cut them very, very, very thinly. They will be beautiful in your dish, but also they will provide a lovely color and garnish. And we are ready. 25 minutes on exactly, and my little pork hearts shape are ready. Yes, my leftover meat. And I'll leave everything to cool down for about 3 to 4 minutes so that they are easier for me to touch.
This won't be much of a surprise for me, will it?
No, we won't.
Whatever will you make me actually on Valentine's night? I can't imagine.
Fish and chips.
Oh! I thought we were having them at the beach.
Yeah, on Valentine's Day. And having removed all the toothpicks, I'm now arranging a little heart shape on my plate.
Let's have a look. Lovely.
Potatoes are ready as well. And in they go. Beautiful. A little Parmesan cheese on top of my potatoes like this. Broccoli goes on, followed by the beautiful tomatoes.
Lovely.
Sprinkling the onion, which has been marinating with the lemon juice of the broccoli. I'm covering everything firstly with a little lemon juice, including my Involtini all over the place like this. Nearly there, just one last drizzle of olive oil over everything, including the potatoes. And I'll finish with a couple of lemon slices in case there isn't enough lemon. Julie is complaining that it's a little bit late, so
It is. My tummy is rumbling.
I will not be tasting everything. So a bit of potato and a little bit of Involtini. They are to die for, honestly. Absolutely delicious. And here, I thought I'll actually have a go at this as well to see what it's like, as I did add a little bit more cheese, and it'd be very interesting to see.
It was lovely. We had a little taster, didn't we?
You
while
did?
We've been playing about. Well, I did, yeah. It was lovely.
Very similar to the Involtini, but very rich in cheese. Delicious. Well, it's my first video for the new Valentine's Day series, and let me know if you are planning to make it. In the meantime, I will be doing more and more leading to Valentine's, so just stay tuned and hopefully you will enjoy what you'll find. Arrivederci, buon appetito, and see you later. Ciao ciao.